All right. What's up, weirdos? My name's Glenn Guinness.
I am Dylan Walsh.
And this is the inception of the Lazy Susans podcast. Yeah. We got a very semi-professional yet very open mic in Rhode Island feel to this podcast here, you know? Recording in Dylan's living room.
Blankets over the windows in my living room.
Blankets over. We got books holding up a single mic for the two of us.
Very profesh. Very fucking... People act... I'm worried that we're going to get accused of being bougie.
Oh, yeah, bougie. Are we going to get into bougie again?
Well,
right
I
off
just
the bat.
don't want people to think I'm bougie. That's
Well,
my main thing. Every day I wake up and I think, how can I make people know that I'm a fucking prole? You know what I mean?
Dylan, I think you wake up every day.
I think that bougie and prole are both kind of negative things to call people.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, you have money, so we gotta fuck with you for that, you know? I think you do a very good job of letting people know you're not bougie. I mean, shit, your nipple's out right now in a homemade tank top. But it's great. By the way, he hosted an open mic in this shirt. I couldn't stop staring at his erect nipple.
It was a little cold in that bowling alley.
It was in the middle of January. Actually, it was like the first week in January because I hosted the week after you. I remember because it's the only time I've ever gotten paid for stand-up. Granted, I've only been doing it for 8 months, so that makes a lot of sense. And the fact that I even have gotten paid to do stand-up at this point is probably actually a boon, right?
Yeah, I think I was probably about 8 or 9 months in the first time that I got like a paying gig, but it was like a paying gig that I had to bring. I guess every fucking gig is a gig where you bring your crowd, but I had to literally bring the crowd, you know what I mean? I was getting paid out of what my friends were paying the venue to see me, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. So
my
like
friends might as well have just given me the money.
like a bringer show type of
had
situation.
Me fucking, sort of, it was a door deal.
Yeah.
You know?
It was
it's just
how many
that
people
at that time, I didn't have fans. I don't even know if I have fans now.
You have fans amongst comics.
Yeah, you know.
But I think, well, we should probably give a little bit of background on this whole thing, right? Like, we're both open mic comics in Rhode Island, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with COVID, everybody's starting a podcast.
This microphone is going to smell so much like cigarettes.
Yes, it is.
Within a couple of weeks.
I mean, the fact that we have all the windows blocked out and the door closed, and we're probably both going to be chain smoking this entire time. Yeah, this is not for the faint of heart, folks. We're hotboxing.
Smoking is good for you guys.
Yeah.
Don't let them fucking lie.
Don't, yeah.
Fucking something like...
Fucking...
only something like 1 in 12 smokers actually dies below the age of 75. Some shit like that. I don't know. I was reading some statistics.
Sometimes I do think the heaviest smokers kind of like...
To make someone who was telling me to quit mad.
It's always somebody who quitted. Jesus Christ. Somebody who quit smoking in their 20s that gets lung cancer, you know? Like, I feel like the guys that never stop just...
Exactly. I have to keep on fucking smoking at least through my 20s. Probably through my 30s.
It's difficult to quit. It's the one thing I have not been able to quit completely, is nicotine. Generally speaking, I vape because I'm
relaxing.
Well, generally speaking, I vape because, you know, I'm a faggot. But, like, it's not really.
He is a faggot.
A little bit.
Really. Definitely really.
I mean, I've never seen the dick that I want to suck yet, but, like, you know, it could happen.
He knows it's out there. He knows that fucking...
Well, statistically speaking, it probably is.
Slip away.
Statistically speaking, there probably is a dick out there that's just, like, that could get any guy, you know?
You know what my therapist used to say? I'm sure that he did not come up with this, but he said the difference between a gay man and a straight man is about a 6-pack of beer.
Yeah, I'm gonna, well, yeah.
I didn't keep
Maybe that's why, maybe because I don't drink anymore, like, I'll just never suck that dick. Like, by that logic.
They had to have gotten you while you were drinking?
They must, yeah. I mean, I would say most of my bad decisions were made with with alcohol and cocaine in me back in the day. Those were most of my.
Yeah.
Because with heroin, it was just
heroin. You make good decisions.
Heroin. Well, minus Well, so yeah, that's the other thing. So yeah, we're both open mic comics in Rhode Island. I mean, Dylan's been in the game a lot longer than I have, but right now, pretty much
7
everybody.
years, 6 years.
Yeah,
6 years,
6 plus. By the way, little known fact, I didn't know this until I started doing stand up, but like everybody's very specific about how long they've been doing stand up as to like justify well, it hasn't been 7 years, it's been 6 years and 9 months, you know what I mean? Like it's very
because I don't want people to think that I've had the extra time doing it to get any better.
Right, that's it.
Totally.
That's a thing, right?
It's not for me, and I can say that honestly.
Right.
But yes, it is a thing for some people.
It definitely is.
A way of being. I mean, because it's funny. People pad their time and unpad their time. Like, some people, when they're first starting out, will say they've been doing it for longer, and then generally the same type of person, after they've been doing it for a while, will say that they haven't been doing it as long. Or a lot of people take breaks, you know?
Oh, yeah. So they don't count that time?
Yeah. Well, and if you're not doing stand-up for a few years, then sure, don't count that time.
Yeah.
But
if you take like 2 months off because you're just too lazy to go to a mic?
Yeah, I don't know. And ultimately, what does it really matter?
No, it doesn't. But it's still funny, though. It's funny because there really is no benefit to telling people you've been doing it longer than you have. And at some point
that's
you realize
what I'm saying. Like, new comics do that because they don't realize
that. Like,
they think that will help them get spots or whatever.
No,
but no.
It's like something I realized very quickly. Although I don't think I ever over embellished how long I've been doing it. I think I caught on to that pretty quick. Like, I mean,
if you're not a psycho, why would you do it? But a lot of comedians are psychos. So.
Well, yeah, we all have issues. There aren't too many comics that don't have some sort of issue. But yeah, I mean, Dylan and I started like I gave him a ride back from an open mic, and then he realized that I had my medical card for marijuana, and a friendship bloomed. We're also, he's we'll call him a former heroin user, and I'm a recovered heroin user. At this
I feel
point.
like that's a safe distinction.
Yeah, I was actually, I had no idea how I was going to put that until I just did it. But, so, we obviously bonded over that.
Not to say that you couldn't go back.
No, you can always go back. It's,
no.
It would take a lot.
Shitty? Should
No.
Said that?
No, it's not like that. Oh, man, just load up a needle for me now.
Fucking, well, I don't know. I don't know, because I never got a chance to go to NA or anything.
Oh.
Really,
Oh no!
I don't know what's proper and shit as far as terms, and I don't know.
Yeah, I think out of respect for the program that I did find a lot of my piece in when I was first getting off, I'll probably refrain from actually talking about which specific one it was, just in case they don't approve of my current lifestyle, if you will. And
I don't think I named.
You didn't. You said NA
so,
for that's not where that wasn't the fellowship that I was particularly ever a part of. I'm not going to sit here and shit on NA or AA or any of the A's, other than
it's not what we're here for.
It's not. We're here to lift people up.
If you're getting help, then fucking
yeah, that's
awesome.
Whatever floats your boat.
Honestly, I used to be really fucking anti-AA and it's a cult, man, and it is on a certain level, and they different groups operate different ways and stuff, but the origins of it are pretty culty. I don't think it's that culty today, and that's what I've come to realize. But also I don't understand why I was so angry about it before. You know what I mean? At a certain point, I was like, fuck AA. And now I'm like, hey, man, whatever. I think I just got older and dealt with more bullshit.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever gets them through the fucking day, man. You know what I mean? Like, how great am I that I can talk shit about what makes somebody tick, you know what I mean? Or allows them to live a normal life. Like,
yeah, I think the much like
I'm not so high and mighty, you know what I mean?
it's like any sort of belief, like group belief situation, right? Like you can say the same thing about pretty much any religion. Like there's people in that take part that give a bad name for fucking everybody, but at its core, all the 12-step programs are out there to help people. So, but that said, yeah, no, I get you. Like, I mean, when I was on I'll give you a quick little thing. Like on the West Coast, which is where I got sober, like 3.5 years ago, there's definitely a lot less like Christian vibe to the whole thing. So like it's a more spiritual program, you know, like just like spiritual in a general sense. But coming back to the East Coast, it's definitely a little more, I don't know. There's a little more dogma.
It like not run out of churches and stuff
on the West Coast?
Yeah.
Less so.
Because here it's like, all in churches and
pretty much, yeah.
There's definitely like,
there's some meeting houses. Like there's
to it.
Yeah, there's been some meeting houses that have been gifted to the program.
Does it, and they're not a church. But
it used to be a church.
But it used to be a church.
Used to be a church, but it's a good place to have meetings.
They're non-denominational, and I bet that they have good AA meetings. I might even ask them about that shit.
Oh yeah, well they had and if you want to go, I'll be happy to go with you. I haven't been to a meeting since the beginning of COVID and a couple weeks before that, but
I mean, not that I'm fucking so Glenn is goody two shoes, only smokes weed, and he doesn't even do that right now.
Yeah.
Fucking, I am still drinking, smoking weed. I'm on methadone. I'm a pretty fucked up cookie still. My shit doesn't taste good, and
I can attest to that.
So, yeah, I don't know that I would necessarily like want to quit drinking, or I would probably not drink for the day and go and get like the day coin, and I would listen to their spiel, but I feel like it would be good for me to get some like good vibes, some good, you know what I mean?
Well, it's fucked up. You start taking.
It's important to like, I don't know. I think everybody almost should go to one of those meetings once in a while and like center yourself and listen to what other people have to say and like realize that, you know, the world's bigger than you. Like, that's what I got from the good meetings. There was a couple of meetings that I went to that were just fucking bullshit. But the really good meeting that I went to, it was a bunch of people. They were all, like, down and out, but they had each other. And, like, I walked away feeling like I really got something from it. You know what I mean?
You get a sense of community. You get a little, like, it's all... If I could boil down those meetings...
And this is not... don't worry, this is not
what the podcast is ultimately going to be about.
Yeah, this is not a recovery podcast, although shout out Dopey, fucking Chris, Todd, rest in peace,
these all your boys that passed away?
Those are the guys that passed away on Opie, but yeah, or on Dopey rather. Dopey, I love you guys. If you ever want to do crossover, I would love to speak to you that are still alive. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Like, I mean, I actually only have one friend that actually died.
Well, these aren't people that I know personally that died. They're guys who run a podcast that was really big for me when I was getting off
dope.
Yeah.
What's funny... Yeah, we can delve into that. Like, it's probably going to be interesting to people, like, just talking about, like, our stories with, and how we got into dope, and, like, you know, our runs and all that shit, but, like, I mean, we'd be lying if we said it didn't, shit, like, one of your one of your best opening lines, one of your best opening jokes that I've heard anyway, is like, are we gonna do any of our material on the podcast?
We can mention it.
Yeah, well, just like, if I don't want to butcher your own joke, but like about, like, oh, have you tried? You guys, any pot smokers out there? You like weed? You love heroin? Like, it does influence our jokes, obviously.
Can I tell you something? I love hearing other people do their versions of my jokes.
Well, I wasn't trying to do it verbatim on purpose.
No, I know. But I'm just saying, like...
Well, when people repeat your joke...
it's like an ego trip thing.
Of course it's an ego trip thing, because people remember what comes out of your mouth.
Well, but sometimes what's interesting about it, to me, is what they don't remember about the joke, or how they remember the joke, and seeing my joke colored by, like, their brain.
Sure.
I find that fascinating. Because like, what you say up there is not exactly what the people hear. Right.
Well, like, for instance, in this kind of...
It goes in and it gets cut with their fucking bullshit.
Well, this lends to, like, there's comedians that have writers, right? There's stand-ups that have writers. I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the stage I'm at in my career at this point, which is, like, the fucking, like, embryo stage. But, like, I can't imagine doing a joke that somebody else wrote for me, because it just wouldn't feel natural coming off my tongue. You know what I'm saying?
It really depends. I do 2 jokes that people wrote for me. And they're both just, like, one-liner, throwaway jokes. And they're just because they either wrote them for me or were like,
oh,
hey,
I
can't do this joke, but yeah, I do a joke that Trevor wrote.
Yeah.
And if anybody asks, I never say that I wrote those jokes. I always say that someone else wrote them.
Yeah. Is that the general, like, I don't know what the protocol is there. Remember when I called you the other day and was like, can I put your name on the mic? Is that, like, on the list? If you're not there, like, that type of shit. Like, there's certain, like, steps that you don't know, especially at, like, the place we do it on Tuesday.
Just, don't pretend like it was yours when it wasn't. If you, I mean, this is even beyond us, but I would say, like, if I ever make a bunch of money, like, if that joke ends up on a t-shirt or something, I think that Trevor would be entitled to part of the proceeds. Although, people's view on that might differ, and I can see different perspectives,
Sure.
He gave it to me, so, and said that it wouldn't work with him, so,
Well, even the tagline to that retard joke that we were talking about earlier, like, I could see you doing that joke and probably pulling it off better than I can, to some degree or another.
Yeah, I mean, in the old days, people sold jokes a lot.
Right, like Robin Williams used to buy them all the time, right?
Yeah, that's the word. And I think that that's a pretty fair thing, to sell the rights to use jokes.
Yeah, it's like...
The only thing is, like what I was saying with if it got on a t-shirt or something,
yeah,
if you buy a joke and that joke becomes huge and you bought it from somebody for $25 or a couple of beers, they might feel like, damn. But the thing is, usually when you're selling a joke to somebody, or like in my case where Trevor was like, I don't think I could do this joke, it doesn't really work for me, but you could do it. It's like, well, it wouldn't have worked for you anyway. So it wouldn't have even become the thing that was on the t-shirts and shit if it hadn't come to me. You know what I mean?
But this is why smart actors like Tom Hanks always ask for a piece of the back end, right? Like, rather than 2 beers, be like, hey, if this ever becomes something, just hook me up with 25% of the merch. Because merch wasn't a thing in the 70s.
Yeah.
Right? Like that. Like
no, you're right. That would be a more savvy way to deal with it.
Right.
But I think most people figure, hey, it's one joke. What are the rate of jokes that end up becoming like big T-shirt sensations or merch sensations?
At our level,
very few.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they'd rather have the money in pocket,
Oh well, yeah, that we're all fucking dirt poor for the most part. For the most part,
Yeah.
a couple beers is worth a joke that we can't do anyway. You know. But,
yeah, especially a joke that you can't do anyway.
Yeah.
Fucking hell yeah. But it is bitter if you see somebody. Then, I mean, not for me personally. I try to always love comedians and fucking. I think that a success for anyone from our town is a success for all of us and shit. And that lie will get slowly eroded as you listen to me talk shit on this podcast.
Yeah, we're going to try to not use names in any sort of negative sense, but, I mean, and I'll maybe bleep them out if we do slip up, but if any slip through, sorry in advance.
Sorry I fucked your girlfriend. But, yeah, man, I mean, just don't, when it comes to, like, don't steal, definitely don't steal, and, I don't think there's anything wrong with buying a joke, but don't pretend that it was yours or whatever. Like, that's where shit got fishy with Jay Moores, and Bert Kreischer with that Tracy
Morgan?
Tracy Morgan. He did an impression, because he does an impression of Tracy Morgan. Bert Kreischer doesn't. So Bert Kreischer told him he could tell this story as though it happened to him, and he could do his impression.
Yeah.
But it kind of got weird later, and I don't know the details exactly of the weirdness.
Yeah.
I think Bert Kreischer and Tracy Morgan, there's like some weirdness there. Tracy says it didn't happen, and it came up because Jay Moore did it on like late night or in a special or something.
Yeah, well, Jay Moore's a weird dude.
But this was when Jay Moore was a named comedian.
He still is, but not.
But more importantly, Bert Kreischer was nobody.
Except for the Florida State drunk kid that had been in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, they made Van Wilder. That's like the craziest fucking shit in history. That movie exists, and Bert makes no money off of it, and it's so clearly based on his life.
Just had to add a little bass. What was I going to say? I don't even think we're going to edit that out because this is a real podcast.
Yep, people fart.
It's true. Me more than most. Fuck you. Really?
You gotta press the button. Dude, you always fucking go for the rap. For some reason, with this stupid fire alarm, you always go for the fucking rap.
Okay,
it's the button in the middle.
Always is a strong...
You're such a fucking chimp person.
Alright. Always is a strong word. It's happened twice.
Twice. Yeah, but 2 out of 2. That's always.
You're not wrong. That's factual. That is factual.
What is that? Like, what do you think you're gonna do?
Okay, well, my mind is that it's gonna get really smoky in here, so the fucker's probably gonna go off more than once, so we should probably just unplug the motherfucker.
Word.
So there was a thought process there very quickly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. If it goes off again...
But yeah, you just press the button.
Alright, good to know.
And try to blow your smoke that away or something.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Oh, it's the vape. That's what it is, because cigarettes don't usually make it go off.
Yeah, it's my vape.
It's the vape.
The vape, because it's just...
Because it's clouds.
And
fucking... What's it? Chris's cigars were setting it off.
You could almost even say it's your gaydar.
Because you're a fucking vape-using faggot.
Yes. Yeah, this is not going to be a very politically correct podcast because...
We're part of the dirtbag left.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're not the AOC left, I can tell you that. I don't even... it's a very long... Yeah, Alexandra...
Well, the ACLU is...
No, AOC is a representative from New York. The chick who used to be a waitress, and now she kind of like leads the left, like the far left. We're not talking about politics, but yeah, never mind. She's one of the leaders of like the PC police, basically.
Does she have a tight puss?
I don't know. I've never been in it.
Never, not even like a finger?
No, but she was a waitress, so she probably got around.
Probably doesn't have a tight puss. Well, dicks can't make pussies less tight.
Speaking of pussies.
Pussies survive babies. No dick is going to fucking make
Blast
a girl
out of...
looser.
No, it's all about the Kegels and the genetics.
People fucking... Like, that's such a silly idea. It's medically.
I think it's because... I think
it's a way to shame chicks.
Well, it's kind of funny, actually. You know, like with guys, like our ears and nose grow over time, right? Like they just start getting, like they take over our faces, like by the time we're like 80.
Cartilage never stops growing.
Right.
And our ears and noses are mostly cartilage.
Right. So that's, but I feel like on guys, it seems to be a bigger phenomenon with the nose and the ears. Maybe it's a testosterone thing. I have no fucking idea.
Your dick grows forever.
I wish that were the case.
Not much, but...
I can tell you
what's in your dick.
I don't know if it's cartilage.
No, it can't be cartilage because it wouldn't get that soft. It's all blood vessels.
Yeah, I think it's all blood vessels.
Oh, my dick's shrinking away.
Although then, how does your So
my nose is gonna get big and my dick's gonna get small.
Well, here's a fun fact.
Growing up, kids, your dick shrinks.
Yeah, every 20 pounds
I don't think your dick actually shrinks.
No, well, with every 20 pounds you gain, I feel like you lose about a half inch on your cock.
How's that?
Because it just like your supa starts to just like take over it. Soft upper penis area.
Oh, so you're not getting in there as much.
Well, you do, but like you gotta push. Yeah, it's sort of it's a visual thing. Your dick never gets smaller or bigger, but like your body starts to like encroach upon the base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. No, I know. As somebody who fluctuates like 60 to 70 pounds, that's the most depressing part of putting on weight is just, yeah.
That's when the worst knowing you're fat is when you look down and you can't see your dick.
Luckily that's never happened to me.
Fucking yeah, me neither.
Yeah, it's nice.
Fuck.
Luckily.
No, I feel like it definitely. Well, it depends on how you put your stomach, but I feel like if I just stand like regular. I don't know.
I guess it's possible.
I feel like there have been times when I've looked down and haven't immediately seen my penis. Like,
yeah. You think so?
Me? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'm picturing people driving to this during rush hour, just listening to like two guys talk about not being able to see their penis.
And I feel like if I couldn't see, then you must have definitely had moments.
Yeah, probably. Although
not to be mean.
Well, no, this is the thing. I have very large balls. Okay, even when so my dick has a shelf to sit on. You know, so kind of like I don't get a lot of
present. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get great hang.
Word.
So, like, my dick will stick out a little further. It kind of, like, just pokes out and I can see it.
My dick is pretty hangy.
Yeah, mine is less hangy. I'm a grower, not a shower. You know? And it's exciting. But, yeah.
I feel like I'm a versatile, like, grower / shower. Like, there are definitely circumstances.
I think that's just called having a big dick.
Well, I don't know. I'm not saying...
Well, no, but as discussed, there is no such thing as a big dick joke. Like, that you can really pull off as a white guy. Like, cause remember...
Yeah, even if I did have a big dick, I would definitely not want that to get out. Fucking big dicks are never funny.
Speaking of which, let's discuss this, because...
Well, comically big dicks are funny, though. There's the uncanny valley... where, like, something looks increasingly human, we like it more and more, and then when it gets close enough to being human, all of a sudden there's, like, a revulsion effect. Fucking gigantic dicks are hilarious.
Oh, yeah, because
it's beyond... It's out of our league. It's like being jealous of fucking Sammy Sosa. You know what I mean?
That is Sammy Sosa is what you went with.
Oh, I don't know baseball very
No. But you could have gone with anybody. But
well, I assume he's got a big dick, and it's probably white by now.
Oh, his face is turned. Yeah, he's got a little Michael Jackson going on there with his dome.
Lightning.
Yeah, but
which is a weird thing that as white people we will not have to. Although white people do white people darken. Fucking, it's very strange. If you think about it, the whole phenomenon.
Yeah, my dad started looking
both ways.
My dad started looking borderline Native American by the end, but I think that was because of high blood pressure.
Just always had. He was a red man.
Yeah.
His blood was always about to burst through his skin.
Which is how you die at 54. But
Okay. You're looking a little ruddy yourself, man.
right now, yeah, I'm
Okay.
sure.
Gotta watch that.
Well, no, I'm trying. But all right, the two things I want to talk about with penises, real quick. I used to do a joke. This is on topic because, like, I used to do a joke and I haven't done it in a while. I wonder if I'd be better at it now. But either way, it was about having empathy for this porn star called Vlad the Impaler. Do you remember this joke at all?
Run me through it.
This guy has a dick that's like 12 inches cold, like, and his whatever muscle gets activated when you get an erection,
Yeah.
like that thing just gave up like decades ago. It looks like, so it's just always pointing down, even when it's hard. And
So
like,
he just has a hard, floppy dick.
yes,
So he would have to like
Hold
physically like
lift
pick
it up,
up
to
and
put it in.
stick it. So he really is the Impaler, yo.
Right,
He's
exactly.
got a fucking.
Best name ever for a Russian porn star.
That's awesome. I almost feel like that would be really fun the first few times. To fucking like
To have that,
pick your dick up and fucking like actually like
stab
stab a
somebody
chick with it.
yeah. Well, that's
That's
getting
what we
into-
all want, right? Is to stab a chick with. Come on, guys. I can't be the only one that wants to stab a chick with my penis.
I like pleasure with my pain, as the Red Hot Chili Peppers said, right?
Was
Like-
that them?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Well, I mean, amongst others.
I always
I'm
thought
sure.
it was my ex-girlfriend, Allie McNally. But
Name drops.
beep.
Shout out Allie.
She has a kid now. We actually might need to beat that.
All right, yeah, we'll go ahead and bleep that. But what was I going to say? But no, so I was finding.
Whatever, fuck her. She doesn't speak to me.
I
Fuck you, Allie McNally. Hit me up.
talk about having empathy watching that porn, but not for the chick that's about to get stabbed with that monster dong, but for the back half of that guy's cock, because it was never going to get anywhere near that girl's vagina.
And, dude, you know what, though? At least he had a huge dick, so he can wrap his hand around it and still have enough dick to stab with.
Oh yeah, he had a full dick on the other side of his hand.
If he had had a small dick, he would have been fucked. What could he have done?
Not porn.
I mean, fucking all of a sudden, though, I will say, much easier to do pile drivers with your dick facing down.
Yes. Oh yeah, they definitely took advantage of that.
All of a sudden, pile drivers are a much more accessible menu item.
God, sex, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Just doing squats like that. Yeah, no, that's. But I have a feeling that if he had a small dick, he wouldn't have suffered from
This thing in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
What if he was a guy with a small dick who just fucked all the time?
Right.
Just super rich, small dick guy.
Yeah, that would suck.
Being a super rich, small dick guy?
I guess I.
Dude, would you rather be a super rich, small dick guy or a poor as shit, giant dick guy?
It's a good question.
It is a good question.
It is a good question. I think.
With all that money, you can literally
Like, we're talking like
you
side.
can buy yourself a dick, man.
Eh,
It's not a great dick. But
yeah. Well, here's the deal. I mean, are we talking like circus sideshow, like Mandingo dick?
if you want,
Yeah, like I think I'd choose to be poor with a dick like that.
you want the circus sideshow.
Yeah, I want girls like I think it would be hilarious if you
Oh,
slept with
see.
one girl that would just come up to be like, I just want to see it. Because then
But I don't know if having the Mandingo. Why Mandingo? Why was that the word?
that's a point. No, it's a point. It's a black porn star.
Oh, of course it is.
I watch a lot of porn.
A lot of black porn. It sounds like.
Dude, you ever watch Dog Fart? That's a porn channel.
I feel like it's not impossible.
I think it's a ridiculously hilarious name but it's basically interracial porn. It's black guys on white girls, which is
Word.
pretty much most of the interracial porn.
Yeah.
Other than,
I
like,
would
excluding-
say 70 to 90%.
Yeah,
There's definitely some
That's a good range.
of white chicks or white dudes fucking black chicks though.
yeah, there is. It's just less common.
Yeah. That's for guys like me who like the dark chocolate. Sisters, hit me up.
I do like.
I think that you're beautiful,
just
carved out of ebony.
It's true.
And you stay hot forever.
Black don't crack.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking need some Angelica Houston.
Ooh. I mean, I'm more of a Kerry Washington guy. Those lips.
I loved the porn star Skin Diamond.
I know.
She was like skinny black chick, but with like a nice plump fuck. I love like skinny chick with like B titties, fucking nice hips, fat ass, and then she had fucking like the tattoos, and she had, you know, I love the teeth. She had fucking cute little like buck teeth.
I get it. I mean, I like a slightly upturned nose.
Yeah, I like the opposite. I like
You like a hook?
Yeah.
That's good.
Barbra Streisand is my bitch. Apparently, when Mike Tyson met Barbra Streisand, he told her he thought her nose was very sexy.
So you're saying you and Mike Tyson like the same chicks?
It's not what I was saying, but you can infer that if you want.
If A equals C and B equals C, A equals C, right?
Are you trying to say that I raped Miss Black Rhode Island?
I'm not saying you did. Was she Miss Rhode Island?
Yeah.
She was, right?
Yeah, Miss Black.
Were you even
Black
born?
Teen Rhode Island or something.
Were you even fucking born at that point?
What year did that happen?
It was like 93.
Yeah, it might have been right on the button.
Corey, look that up.
Yeah.
By the way, our friend Corey is supposedly going to be our producer at some point. He's not here right now because this is...
Or our engineer.
Yeah,
our engineer, producer guy.
Our Jamie, if you will, if we're going to rip off the Rogan podcast a little bit.
Which we will.
Yeah, of course. Everybody does.
But Corey's not here. So, yeah, I don't know what year...
I think it was right around there.
Mike Tyson did not rape that woman.
And became a Muslim.
Yeah. I believe he was innocent, personally. There was a lot of bullshit in that trial. She said his dick was 14 inches long.
With all those steroids that he was taking, I can't imagine that.
No, they measured it, though.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
And it wasn't?
It was 7.
Solid dick, though. So solid
Dude,
dick.
You gonna say Mike Tyson doesn't have a solid dick?
He's not that tall. There's a lot of... I know a lot of people say there's no real height to dick ratio, but like...
I say that.
Yeah, of course, because you're like, what, 5'6"?
Fucking 5 foot nothing, dude. Yeah, I'm 5'6".
Yeah. So, no, I do, I mean, there's obviously exceptions to the rule, but like, could you imagine if Shaq had like a 6-inch dick? That thing would look ridiculous.
I have actually heard that Shaq has a pretty average penis. That's like the word about town is that Shaq doesn't have a big dick.
What town is this?
It looks... Come Town.
Dylan's porn production company coming to a city
Come
near
Town is
you.
the podcast that we're ripping off the most right now.
Really? Oh, because we're talking about porn so much?
No, you don't listen to Come Town?
It has not made its way to my ears. No.
It's funny, young people talking. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah,
supposedly
Shaq's dick has like an average dick, like 5-6 inches, but on his gigantic Shaq body,
it looks ridiculous.
Tiny. Yeah,
that would be ridiculous.
That's what they say. That's what I've heard.
I refuse to believe that. I will go to bed tonight just that would make me sad. Like I mean, with feet like that, just the size of the man, like that would be.
Didn't Carlos Mencia, dude? I'm thinking back.
Bringing on Carlos.
Didn't Carlos Mencia on his show have a bit where he was falling asleep and he went, "I wonder." That was like his drifting off thought. I wonder if Shaq has a big penis.
Was it an original Carlos Mencia thought?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yo. I feel like he actually did that as a sketch. And then the comeback was Shaq sleeping, and it popped into his head. I wonder if Carlos Mencia has a big penis. I wonder if Carlos Mencia has a big penis.
Yeah, I wonder if Carlos.
According to South Park, he has no penis. So.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. He's got like no sack.
I got no dick, man.
Yeah.
I got no dick. You know what it's like being a comedian and not being funny?
Yeah. And changing your name from Ned to Carlos just for the fucking...
Apparently that was Mitzi Shore. Said he can't be a Mexican named Ned. He was like, I'm Honduran. She was like, nobody's gonna give a shit.
Yeah, that's like a Jew.
Honduran takes too long to explain.
Yeah, that's... Hey, rest in peace, Mitzi. She did a lot for comics.
Fucking... Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did. She didn't want to pay any of us, but, you know.
She blew a few of them.
Yeah, probably.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not big on, like, the history of the store and, like, who did what to who.
I think that's a pretty well-known thing that she hooked up with some of the comics, definitely.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
And that might have been one of the ways to get ahead at the store, would be to fuck Mitzi good. That's what I've heard. She was hot when she was younger.
Yeah, no.
And she had the nose thing. I would have been into it.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the 80s, I would have fucked Mitzi Shore.
Oh, God, are we going to...
I think it's possible, like, Sam Kinison might have fucked her.
Ooh, that's not a pretty sight. Because that was... Sam Kinison wasn't exactly a pretty man.
Not, you know...
Not classically.
Yeah.
But, alright, do we want to play, is she a stripper or not? This is
yeah, the game we never got to in the Patreon content.
Yeah, we spent all day trying to figure out how to plug this microphone into, like, our various electronic products.
So we were recording fucking ourselves on my iPod.
Yeah, while I was driving, which is
So there'll be another hour or so of content that's attached to this behind a paywall because we're professional podcasters now.
We are. We have a microphone. We're sitting in a room with windows that are blacked out with with blankets of various girthiness, and we have a microphone stood up between a couple books.
Yeah, is that how you want to do it? That have one episode a week that's free, and then one behind a paywall.
I think
or go free for a while.
Yeah, let's go free for a while. We don't know
what
as Mark Zuckerberg said in The Social Network. We don't even know what it is yet. You know, we'll worry about monetizing if anybody actually gives a shit about what we're doing. You know,
and I'm definitely gonna keep on getting like extra recorded content, so we do have stuff to
pump out.
Yeah, if we do decide to like Patreon this shit and be cool.
Let's keep, yeah. All right, so I finally had.
All I'm saying, guys, is I want to have extra content for you. Okay, I just want you guys to have as much love in your heart as we have for you.
And we're both dirt poor, so.
And you guys are just a sexy, sexy audience, and we love you so much.
And let us know in the comments below if you'd like us to do an OnlyFans. Because we'll do it.
Yeah.
Because we're shameless entertainers.
You think I don't suck this guy's dick? I suck this guy's dick.
You
want to watch?
It's Sunday, twice.
Fuck yeah.
Before church and after.
Sunday fun day.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about the stripper.
Oh yeah, well we don't know. You're buried. You
buried the lead.
Almost. Yeah. So we don't know. Like I finally had a decent set on Tuesday at this place. Like, or at least my version of a decent set. And I went home, played some... I appreciate that. Thank you. I went home, played a poker game, won that shit, was feeling real good about myself, and I decided to leave the house in search of a blowjob and I was going to pay for it. And, I left the house.
Fucks prostitutes.
I don't fuck them. I would never fuck a prostitute.
Glenn gets blown and jacked off and new room massaged by prostitutes.
It's a Rhode Island special.
And that's part of the Lazy Susans. Those are his current Lazy Susans.
Yeah, I'd like to think that. Yeah, in your mid-30s, like lazy Susans are really tough to come by. We'll get into the genesis
Lazy
of what.
Susan prostitutes are professional lazy Susans.
Yeah, they really are. They really are. We'll get into that. We're gonna stay on topic for once for like 2 seconds though. All right.
Sounds kind of faggoty.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, but all right. Do we want to talk? The lazy Susan
Should I
just
not
came.
say faggot? Am I not going to be able to be on SNL anymore, dude?
Yeah, we're not part of the improv scene. God, that I honestly, like, real quick, we can go down this road. I just combined words.
Improv scene, Rhode Island.
The improv scene in general. I think that's a large. I think when there was a good mix of stand-ups and improv people on SNL, it was fantastic. But like, I don't think. Would you agree with the premise that?
Well, I think Shane was them trying to start getting
stand-ups back involved.
Stand-ups back into it, and he illustrated the problem with having stand-ups on SNL. We don't like to fucking shut up, and
we don't mince words.
Yeah,
like for the most part.
Yeah, and it's such bullshit. The fucking shit that they even pulled out against him. It was totally because SNL had to do something to make themselves look good, because it had been like people had said, well, why do you have so few Asian people on your show? Like, they pretty much have only had what's his name, Robert, fucking the guy who's in all the Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah, he's Filipino. He's a little bit Asian.
And
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
Yeah. And
yeah, he's not well known as being Asian.
No. And
the new guy, Yang or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I don't fucking watch SNL, dude. It sucks.
I only watch Weekend Update because Michael Che's a stand-up. He's not that he's really my cup of tea. Like, I don't think
he's actually funny on the show.
He's actually funny on Weekend Update, and Colin Jost has grown on me like herpes. So, it's there now. So, like, might as well enjoy it. So yeah, no, I mean, but like SNL used to be better when there were more it had more edge to it, and now it's just, I feel like I'm watching like the sketch comedy group of the New York Times. It feels, that's the way it feels to me. It's just a little too, maybe it's just me being old as shit, but it doesn't sound like it because, Dylan's here. But either way, would you agree with the premise that stand-ups and improv artists don't really mix all that great?
I think that they can.
But
I think that improv is more of a collective type thing, and as a result of that, and it's more connected to acting,
theater,
than stand up.
Yeah.
And I don't know that individual thought is encouraged so much. You know what I mean? Because that's not what they need. To do improv, you need to be in good flow with your team and not be thinking individually so much.
Right.
And, but
there's
plenty of fucking soy, shitty, fucking cancel culture comedians, too.
There are.
It's just that SNL has been pulling from...
Well, they're on network
Second
TV.
City and Upright Citizens Brigade and all that shit for all these years.
And what's the Groundlings out in LA,
the Groundlings, yeah.
Yeah. Although I feel like the Second City guys were always like the funnier ones, my opinion, because that's like the Tina Feys, the Amy Poehlers, they were always the, and then whatever guys came through there. I don't know where all these guys, all the improv.
Have you ever seen SCTV? Second City TV?
Maybe.
It used to come on after Saturday Night Live.
Oh, really? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Back in the day.
The minor leagues?
In like the 80s or something.
Oh,
late
yeah.
70s, 80s.
But either way, that's
supposedly even like, it was supposedly like much weirder, I guess. Like more out there than Saturday Night Live.
Quirkier?
Yeah. I watched a documentary on it once.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I didn't. I mean, I knew they had like what was that one that Michael Richards was on, like Friday nights or whatever it is? Because it was before Seinfeld. The Seinfeld came out in like 88, 89.
Yeah, Fridays.
Fridays, right?
On a different network, I think.
It might have been, yeah.
And it was like, what's SNL on?
NBC? WNBC.
Yeah, so I think that Fridays was on like CBS or something.
Gotcha. Well, so...
That is how Michael Richards originally got famous, that's right.
Yeah. And then Infamous.
Ooh, he is not recovered.
No, he is not. I mean, that's
even
rough.
with the touch from Seinfeld.
Seinfeld still hasn't come back. But he's not that talented of a stand-up anyway. But like as
Which
professional
is
comics,
sort of what got him into trouble.
Right. Unfortunately,
This is why I think that stand-ups can do acting a lot of times very easily, and even improv. But improv and actors don't go into stand-up as easily. It happens, but
it's because you're actually it's.
Did Pete Davidson do improv?
No, he was a stand-up, which is why he's not in any fucking sketches.
I thought he might have done both.
I don't. Maybe he took some classes at some point, but he was never like part of a troupe or anything. That's
not gonna bother to look it up.
Yeah, no, Corey. Until we get Corey on, there's going to be a recurring gag on this thing. And here's another recurring gag or a bit that we're gonna delve into at some point.
Never talking about.
Yeah, that would be actually hilarious if we never actually get to it. But no, we're gonna go over Dylan's Tinder messages of the week.
Fuck yes.
Yes, because
I haven't been on Tinder in like 5 days or something. I just haven't felt like it.
You went cold turkey?
I just haven't felt like it. Sometimes I just don't feel like, if I'm not in like a good mood, it's not fun. You know what I mean? I'm just looking at sad girls. But if I'm in a good mood, I'm like...
How do you know they're sad?
If they're talking to me, they're probably sad, dude.
Yeah, with the messages that you generally put out there to get their attention. Yeah, it's the old insult the pretty girl situation. It usually works. It worked. Hey, man, this kid somehow lays pipe, so... It's
You've heard the Nicole, me going to the strip club and her fucking not realizing what I was doing story?
I have not. Do you want to tell us?
I went and got a fucking hand job from the strip club, and I was like, man, I'm so glad that my girlfriend's cool with this. And I came home, and she was like, you what?
She didn't...
Or actually, at the time, she wasn't. She was, like, into it, I guess. Or seemed into it. But I guess as it dawned on her what exactly I had done, it was, she wasn't into it. I don't know.
So, for all those people at home that don't live in Rhode Island, strip clubs for a very long time... Well, there was a rule saying that prostitution was legal as long as you weren't soliciting outdoors. And two, the strip clubs here were basically just fucking brothels.
There's a very prostitutional quality to most of the strip clubs here.
Yeah.
Most strip clubs here, especially my favorite one, which is like a seedier one, at least some of the pretty good prices too.
Not the hoiest though. The hoiest is the one that I was. It's named after a certain animal And
And the name of the state.
Is
that right?
No. It's down. I went to this place before, and it had a different name. At the time, I was probably younger than you are now. I was definitely younger than you are now because it was before I even married my wife. But I went in. I hadn't even bought a beer yet, and this chick comes up to me. Couldn't have had more than 3 teeth in her mouth, and she goes, "Yo,
We still need to go to that fucking strip club in Cumberland and see those bullet holes.
Oh yeah, right on
I'm
the line.
fucking dying for that shit. Yeah.
I can't believe you just cut me off right at the end of the fucking
I'm
story.
so sorry.
You're.
I'm not sorry.
Nah, I know.
Go ahead.
But she goes, "Yo, I'll suck you off in the bathroom right quick." I was like,
"This is the best place ever."
Yeah, well, I was like, "Can I at least get a beer first?" Because, like, you know, no, I mean, this girl was, dude. The stage at this place is a pit. It looks like where you'd see like fucking like gladiators fighting. Like at
Fight Club.
Yeah, no, it's
Fucking
like fighting strippers, like / whores. Yeah, like
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I wonder if they ever do that night.
They should. At one point, they actually.
Boxing?
Dude, at one point they had twins.
Love Foxy Boxing.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
they had twins?
They had twins, and they danced together. It was kind of like, I was like, I'm watching this. I feel like I shouldn't, but I dig it. Yeah, it was a little
hot.
Yes, but like at the same point, you're watching and you're like, this
is incest.
Yeah, I shouldn't be watching. This is some like Mississippi shit, you know? Like
I'm in Woonsocket.
That wasn't Woonsocket. This was Providence.
Wow.
Yeah, this is Providence. This is the shittiest strip club in Providence by far. It's on the other side of town. It's not where it's like going down towards pub.
Which place?
The initials are WZ.
I don't even know if I know this place.
It used to be called Cheetahs. Now it's called Wild Zebra.
Oh yeah, I don't think I... Have I been to Cheetah?
We can go to Wild Zebra right now. You can
go there after this.
I'm probably gonna...
We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it later if you're buying.
Yeah, if I went there, it would have been literally like almost a decade ago.
If you went there, it would have been an accident. That's how shitty this place is.
Word. Well, I definitely have to check it out.
Yeah. Like, this is definitely a strip club where, like, you walk in.
I love fucked up strip clubs, dude. You gotta know.
Oh, then we can go. We can go and check it out, because I guarantee you there's no COVID protocols in that place.
Yeah, you gotta know that about me. I love a fucking greasy strip club, dude.
Yeah. Dude, I think I told you this. I have a friend of mine that he ranks his strip clubs up basically by, like, ceiling height.
Yeah, you did tell me that.
Super weird, right?
Fucking weirdo who needs high ceilings.
Like, he hates the Foxy because the ceilings are about the same height as they are in here, which is like
I feel like it's better.
7. Ceilings in here are maybe 6.5 feet.
Fucking, so the strippers can't escape up to the ceiling.
Right, but he likes the pole work, man. Literally and figuratively.
Oh, he's a cock smoker.
No, he likes to see the girls go up, you know, like 20 feet and do some, like, fucking gymnastic shit. So, like, I get it.
I have to admit, fucking Fantasy was the first place that I saw a chick go up on climb up the pole, go onto the scaffolding, and, like, climb around the ceiling.
Sure.
I was like, that shit is wild, dude.
Right.
I was on acid.
Oh, nice.
Fucking... She knew I was on acid, so she was fucking doing all this shit, like, to trip me out.
Oh, yeah.
It was fucking cool, dude.
So what...
Would you date an active stripper?
That's a different... Date is a strong word.
Would you... Well, everybody would fuck a stripper.
I'm sure there's people that would.
Supposed to be hot. Yeah, I guess there are fucking losers.
Yeah.
Would you go out with, an active stripper?
Not a Rhode Island active stripper.
Because you know that they're whores.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. If she was stripping in Boston...
Would you go out with a prostitute?
No. That's... Yeah, I'm not into the pretty woman thing.
Leave them for the lesbians?
I'll leave them for Richard Gere. Yeah, not my bag. But...
Fucking...
Dude, are we... Yeah. What are we doing? So yeah, that's that. So Dylan thinks she's a
You would definitely
Yeah,
date a retired stripper, though. You're saying
Retired stripper?
no problem.
Yeah, no issue. I mean,
Right.
I think I'd almost be excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would you want to hear
No.
tell stories about the life?
absolutely not.
You wouldn't want to hear about
No, I just want to take advantage of the,
the time
techniques
a
that
guy
she's learned.
fucking fingered her
Yeah, no.
put Molly in her pussy.
Yeah, no.
It was amazing.
Yeah, and then we went to the after party, and I let the whole Miami Heat fuck me in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm
You
good.
don't want to hear that.
No, I'm good on that. Look, have you ever not? I don't know about you, but I'm not. I realized pretty early on in life that asking a girl about her sexual history, or how many
Often
people have you
find
slept with,
out shit that you don't want.
you don't want to know, because then it just gets in your head, and it's like
Yeah.
Inception. And
Fucking, I dated a girl fairly recently. Her friend fucking sold her out and was like, "Oh, well, you've been with such and such amount of people." And then afterwards, she tried to be like, she's exaggerating. You know what I mean? Her friend said she'd been with 24 people or something.
is that a lot or a little?
For this girl's age, that
Probably
I would
a lot, right?
consider that
A lot, right? Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was 23 or whatever.
Right.
And had lost, so that would be, and said she had lost virginity at 18, so that would have been 5 dudes a year for, which I guess isn't that crazy, but you would hope that she would have some
Consistent dick.
some consistency, exactly.
Mm. See,
I think, for 23, I think 24 dudes is a lot to fuck in a year, in 5 years for a chick.
I would agree with you. Now, all right. So you
The
brought
problem is, I want to fuck them, though.
Well, you don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Well, but as far as it did kind of get in my head,
Right,
what the fuck? And especially when she started denying it, I was like, why is she? You know what I mean? Like, what's the truth here? And
Yeah.
then I didn't want to ask. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to start the conversation because I didn't want her to feel bad or
Get all
I
defensive,
was.
like you were judging her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it ended up going south anyway, but
go figure.
that was something that I still almost would like to have an answer to on some level.
See, I had a friend of mine, and this was like.
Although I certainly don't care anymore. You
No,
know what I mean?
no. Well, you don't ask. I don't want to know.
But that's what I'm saying is I didn't ask.
Right.
Her friend offered the information,
Girlfriend.
unasked, which was fucking annoying. This fucking friend of hers was always fucking annoying.
Yeah, girlfriends are like the bane of
Yeah.
Every
She was like the
relationship.
fucking chubby chick that hung out with my girlfriend who was very cute.
It reminds me of the Stephen Lynch song "Big Fat Friend."
Yeah, dude. It was fucking.
She's the girl's bitter because she never gets laid, right?
Yeah,
So she's just gonna try to sabotage everybody
And
else.
she was just shitty.
Yeah, it's like my.
And whenever we would get in a fight or whatever, she lived in the building, so I knew that this chick would be fucking whispering in this chick's ear.
All right, so on topic, friend of mine goes on vacation with his girlfriend to Cancun. His girlfriend and her 2 friends, and they're sitting on the beach, and her girlfriend goes, "Do you remember the last time we went to Cancun?" And 70, it's up there. She goes, "You remember the last time you?"
Nothing good follows that fucking.
Yeah, nothing good follows that statement. And what followed...
I'm about to ruin your vacation.
I'm about to ruin your entire fucking relationship.
Wow.
Because
Did she get gangbanged or something?
No, but next step down. We were talking about
fucked
this.
You guys.
Well, okay, not in a literal sense, but she goes, "Oh yeah, you remember we went to that 2 Chainz concert, and then afterwards you went back with him and you blew him."
Oh shit! This chick blew 2 Chainz.
This chick blew 2
Who's
Chainz.
gotta have a dick like a fucking arm.
On top, that fucks with you on so many different levels, right? My friend just
blew this rich, successful fucking
just blew him to say
black.
she blew him, for the story.
Yeah,
because
who is this girl?
Yeah, exactly. He's now he's just who am I dating? I can picture my buddy just like walking out into the ocean.
Does? Is she just like
a jersey chaser? Yeah, like a fucking groupie. Like I'm dating a groupie.
Can I never take her to a concert now? You know what I mean? Is she gonna fucking? Because that's like, dude, there's no worse like cuck imagination than the fucking being at a concert and the band is like. Oh yeah, she can come backstage,
and then you get
and she in the whole fucking thing where she goes up, and you go with her, and the fucking security's like, not you,
you. She's here to blow the band.
I swear I'll be back in 15 minutes. You might as well just call it off, because even if she fucking doesn't blow the band and she just goes back and meets them,
you're gonna
in my mind she betrayed you.
Yeah,
she fucking
because she was prepared to do it.
She should have said fucking. If he can't come back, then I'm doing
good.
it.
Right.
The chick that would do that, say, I'm good, I don't need to meet them, let's go home. Marry that chick. Because she's got your back.
Well, don't marry anybody, but if you're going to, that's the chick.
That's the chick. Because she has your back. She fucking understands your feelings. You know what I mean? And how sensitive. Dudes fucking, we put up a front of not being sensitive so that we're attractive to you guys. And what you should do is fucking accept that and be nice about it and realize that we really are sensitive and don't do shit to fucking hurt our feelings and test us. Because we do have feelings. We just suppress them when we're around you because we want you to feel safe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to apply that to, like, the being a groupie thing. That was a good TED Talk, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, fucking... Yeah, man, that definitely... And it's like, any chick that I'm with... I'm 27. Any chick I'm with, I assume has done something slutty in her life.
Right.
I just don't need to know about it.
I just want to take advantage of the techniques that you've learned over the years. You know? The
same
way they want to... Like, I didn't know how to eat pussy at 15.
That might have been a fun story, like, 15 years from then.
She was only 27.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if they fucking ended up together and, like, had kids and had
No, that's never a fun story.
I'm saying if they had more of, like, other things that kept them together, where they knew for sure, like, I'm not going anywhere. Then maybe that story doesn't hurt as much. But when you're just dating somebody and you're trying to figure them out and you hear that story, man, that's hard to get past.
It really was. I think they broke up like 3 months later. Like, they kept it going for a little bit. But they were, I think they'd been together for like a year or two. Probably 2 years. They were actually talking about moving in together, and then that vacation just... Like, I can see my buddy
why the fuck would that chick... bring that up?
Because girlfriends are all cunts. And cunt is a word...
That's so fucked up. She must have either wanted the dude or just been pissed that fucking her girlfriend had a shiny toy that she didn't get.
Right.
And fucking... They'll do that shit when they're not even interested in the dude particularly, but they don't want their girlfriend to have the dude either.
Right. Like, for instance, I think that applies to a lot of different things. My mom had a bunch of friends, right? And this is not me talking about my mom having sex, because we'll get into that in a different podcast. But,
I mean, let's do this.
Yeah, we'll just keep going.
And
I wonder,
figure out.
Can I go like this? You think?
Are you gonna go do it?
Yeah.
At pub?
Yeah, probably. I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
I just said yes.
If he can't get into the thing anyway, might as well make some money.
Yeah. and then go for the hangout after. Like, well, I should ask like what the hours like.
Now you might want to pause. This is getting into unfun.
Yeah.
I think that was going pretty good.
Yeah, I think we went like off a little bit on the sex stuff, but like that's gonna be our thing, I guess, probably. Where's Messenger? All right, sounds good. All right, I'll see you over there in like an hour then. All right, later.
So what's the deal? Can you bring me over to the connection?
Yeah, I'd have to drop you off at like 6:30 though.
Word. I'll hit up Nicole and see if there's any chance of me getting in.
I mean, if you can hang out at pub for a little bit if you want, and then go over to the after party with me.
There is an after party?
Yeah, he said he was gonna go meet up with JB and the boys after.
Alright, hold on. Let me hit up Nicole really quick.
Dude, I've never been a door guy.
You'll do fine.
Oh, we're still going.